Great Biafrans and lovers of freedom, I welcome you all to this very broadcast today, being the 23rd August 2023, the month and the year of our Lord Elohim. As I welcome you, I will encourage you to welcome others by sharing to your own very page. For those who are following you to join this very broadcast today. Great Biafrans and lovers of freedom, wherever you are, I want to use this medium again to thank all of you for standing strong, for believing in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Like one word he said before his adoption, he said, "I will not disappoint you, but you will be the one to disappoint me." But I thank Biafrans that they reason that word very deeply, and this particular word uttered by this great prophet of our time, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, sustain a lot of people not to disappoint him. Many who did not follow gossip, who did not follow the strategy of the infiltrators, I strongly believe this is the only single word that renew their strength and renew their mind for standing strong for him. We did not behave like black as we have been programmed, abandoning the way of light at the moment of tough time. But rather, Biafrans have showcased their readiness, have showcased their undiluted love towards Mazi Nnamdi Kanu since these 2 years of serious wave hit. So therefore, I thank you all sincerely, deep from my heart, and I strongly believe every other formidable IPOB members and media warriors will be thanking you as well for standing strong for him. Because what enemy wanted was to infiltrate us with all manner of lie and deception, so that we abandon him and he will be left alone and be killed by the enemy. But we have showcased before the world that we know the value of the man that God gave to us. It is only when we did not know the value that when we will not cherish and jealously guide that particular person. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is an uncommon gift to nations, to continents, and we the Biafrans are the most blessed people on this earth for God, for remembering us by giving us such man at this moment in time and this 21st century, where almost every soul has been corrupted by the material things of the world. But in his own case, he has showcased, yes, that he is not ordinary. He is mandated for this particular mission. And because of this reason, he have abandoned everything you can offer a man for a comfortable life. He have rejected all and choose that particular mission that God handed over to him to perform in this 21st century, which is the freedom of African people. Because Biafra stands as a symbol of freedom of entire African race. For those who understand or who have respect for freedom. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never expected it to be easy. Rather, most of us in IPOB who understand the rules and engagement of freedom fighting, we did not expect it to be easy. Like what I always say, that I have begun to say it since 2016 that I joined this particular race of Biafra Restoration Project. I always say something that when you are fighting for black people, always preserve your right hand, not even left hand. No matter how mighty and powerful the external enemies are, and you want to fight them for the benefit of your fellow black person in Africa, one thing the mistake you must not do is to use the most powerful hands of yours. If the left hand is more powerful, preserve it for yourself and use the right hand. If your right hand is the most powerful, one thing you should do is to understand that you are fighting for your fellow black people. You preserve that particular left hand. Any hand that that is more useful to you is the one that you will preserve for yourself. Why are you preserving that particular one hand? You are preserving it for the in-house enemy of black. When you are going for war in the benefit of a black man like me, don't forget to preserve other hand to fight me, because this is our character. Because the enemy, the Westerners, understand the game. In that regard, at the center of that particular fight, the Westerners may flash me. They may flash me gold, flash me diamond, and even tell me the worth of those treasures. But the one thing the black man forgot, that this thing they are showing you, where does this gold come from? But let me not forget before I proceed more deeper. Let me not forget to share this prayer with you on this very platform, because this is an order from our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He said on our daily basis we should read Psalm 82. Every day we should be reading Psalm 82 until September ending. Then I will take from this Psalm 82, then we will pray, then I will proceed. Let us pray in the name of Chukwu Kikabiam. God preside in the heavenly council. In the assembly of gods, he gives his decision. You must stop judging unjustly. You must no longer be partial to the wicked. Defend the right of the poor and the orphans. Be fair to the needy and the helpless. Rescue them from the power of the wicked. How ignorant you are, how stupid you are, completely corrupt, and the justice has disappeared from the world. You are gods, I say, all of you are children of the Most High God. But you will die like a mortal. Your life will end like that of any prince. Come, O God, and rule the world. All the nations are yours. He said. That is a very powerful psalm there that he has given us to be praying with on daily basis. So therefore, I urge you as well to also join this prayer every morning and every evening before you go to bed. Before you leave your house for work, pray with this Psalm 82 as our leader has ordered. Before you go to bed in the night, pray with that Psalm 82 he knows the reason. The reason is best known to him. So, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom, we are here today. I will make this program an interactive one. For those who are willing to call in, the number is there. It's only WhatsApp. You call on WhatsApp, then you contribute your own opinion. And if there is any question that you want to ask, something that is bothering you concerning this very struggle, something that is confusing you, then you are free to ask. Enemies are also free to call in and ask their question in a polite manner, and I will answer you. But if you begin your question with an insult, I am not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who accommodates you, accommodate all manner of people. I am not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You know, everyone cannot be the same. I am Lion Man Leone, and my character remains Lion Man Leone's character. I don't borrow or eye for someone's character. My own character is my strong character, and it remains with me. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with his heart of kindness and compassion. I, Lion Man, is Lion Man with my own heart differently. So that is how it is. So God bless you. So if you have any question that bothers you in this program, as I will be laying the background for what we are here to do today. What we are here to do today is to check on Nigeria and focus on Nigeria Supreme Court or judiciary system. Of course, you and I know, every average person in that place called Nigeria knew that justice is very rare to secure in terms of that particular space called Nigeria. Because it's only a country that has no human value, that have no developmental value, that has no human right value, that we allow journalism to be murdered and buried. Because journalism is only channel, the voice of the voiceless, the only channel poor among the dwelling people in that particular place. Journalism is only the strength they have, because that poor fellow may be intimidated by a rich boss or a rich madam. I am trying to lecture Nigeria media who have abandoned the important aspect of journalism, and now all their media outlets in Nigeria has embraced bribe, embraced money, a changing money, and the silencing the voice of the masses. I want to remind them that journalism is only hope and the only eyes focus of common man in any nation. Because when something happened to the rich in the nation, definitely because of their popularity, because of their position in society, their news will circulate within some seconds or within some minutes. But when it happened to that local man or local woman in any nation, he has no provision to make his voice being heard to the public. But it is the power that anchored on journalism that may, somebody will say, oh, look at what happened to this street, look at what happened in this location, look at what happened in that location. then it's only the journalists that will bring that matter into the public domain for the authorities to do what? To interfere and give justice to that particular poor soul. But in a way where the journalism and the media outlet has been bought over, and now they are not even ashamed of themselves, rather they are displaying these shameful acts of favoring those who are supposed to be held accountable for the benefit of, for the good living of other people. But journalism has helped and hide their corrupt actions and how they are intimidating the people. Rather, the only news you'll be seeing today in that contraction called Nigeria is only news that is coming out from the people's smartphones, individual smartphones. Many things are going on in that place. Souls are being killed on daily basis. Injustice are being unleashed to people on daily basis. But all these things are not coming up because journalism has been murdered and been buried. In a nation, they say they want a future in that particular place, and you, out of fear of unknown, all the media houses in Nigeria has succumbed to this idea of accepting money and changing the right of the people, because they are silent over crime, they are silent over terrorism, they are silent over the massive corruption of politicians going on in that contraction. Should have been exposed by the media. It is only media outlet that will give voice to this particular thing, and the people will be able to know where the problem are coming from. But in a way where the problem are being hidden, being perfectly hidden by the media outlet of a nation, what kind of nation do you want to build? What kind of nation do you expect? What is your fate? Where is your security? Because media is powerful. Media is powerful. Without media, nobody will know what is going on. A lot of humiliation, intimidation have been going on in the Southeast for a decade, until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu opened our eyes towards media. A lot of things have been going wrong in our society until the media, until we understand the power of media. Until we understand the power of media. If not for media, many things you are seeing today, you will not be seeing them. Many things you are seeing today in the public domain, you will not be seeing them. Many revelations, many hidden things that have come out, you will not see them, you will not experience, you will not even think about it, that this kind of thing exists. It is power of the media to showcase the error of the leaders or the governing body of any nation. But look at what is going on. Look at what is going on in Nigeria. Rather than to give people the necessary amenities, now they have come up with the same strategy. Since Nigeria government discovered that the office of humanitarian minister for humanitarian minister office, since they have discovered that that office is the easiest channel of fraud, they have, if you watch APC late Mohammed Buhari's administration that was managed and finished by an impostor. You will see the kind of billions that channel into that ministry, because that is only where that money will enter. It will not be accounted for. They have started again. Now, since the announcement of palliative by the federal government, 46 billion of palliative that is going to be distributed to the each states. Since the announcement of this palliative, I want to ask, is it not the duty of journalists, media outlets of Nigeria, if they are telling themselves the truth, to go into interiors of states, asking people if this money they announce or this money they projected for have touched their hand? Ask families, ask fathers, ask mothers. Go to the marketplaces and ask market women, ask market leaders, ask them. Because they may even share to the market leaders in other ways, so that when journalists come to the market, they will go to the office and say, okay, yes. They will say, I receive. Everybody in the market. No. You ask individuals. You enter interiors, villages. This is the work of journalists. You enter interiors. Ask questions. Ask the people who dwell there. Look at the news. Look at the news that is on board. Look at the plan of federal government, because their reps who are representing their constituencies and the senators may not even review this to them. They may even come up with another lies to those people who they are representing. Is it not the work of journalists to go to the interiors and be asking people? Because one thing I have done is I've asked the youth leaders of my place, look at what they announce. Look at what they announce. Have any of you or any lawmaker representing our place has reviewed this news? One of them was telling me that if not what I am telling them now, that they don't even know that such thing is going on. I said, but the announcement has been made. Of course, you are not, why we must do all this. This is the only way to keep on, letting people to know that, you don't have future here. Why do I have courage to be doing all these things? Because in this country where we are, despite their little resources, they are using it to take care of their citizens. Not only taking care of their citizens, taking care of the foreigners that do it here as well. Carry phone, call your brother, call your sister who live in this country, Brazil. Call them if only they will tell you the truth. If only they will behave like IPOB and tell you the truth. Call them and ask them, how much is the Brazilian government giving them on monthly basis? Or monthly. Ask them. Ask that your sister, ask that your uncle. Uncle, you and your wife and your children, how many children do you have here? He will tell you. How much the government of this country, how much are they giving you as palliative? Not, it doesn't have seasonal. This is year in, year out palliative, because they understand that family of 2 or 3, their salary may not be sufficient for those children. So what they do, they add government palliative to those people who are not working. But those who work, who legitimately working, they don't have this opportunity, because they know that not everybody will have opportunity of securing a job. Go to the highest country in the world where they say job is everywhere. Of course, job is everywhere. You ask yourself, what kind of job is that? Everybody's strength is not the same. Imagine somebody who cannot lift 10 kilo of weight or 20 kilo of weight, and the only place vacant is for him or her to work is a place where he will be lifting something heavy. Everybody's health is not the same. That person may be unemployed while searching for a lightweight job. This is why it is necessary for government to take care of her citizens. It is their right. It's not privilege. There's something they say this is privilege. It is their completely right. As far as there is resources coming out from that particular land, let that resources be gold, let it be diamond, let it be anything. As far as there is something that can exchange for money to run government. Who is the government? Government is the people. Government is the people. This is what we are trying to teach the people back home there. Then another thing I want to touch here today is the judiciary system of Nigeria. They should be very, very sensitive for once, because all eyes focus on them. All eyes focus on them. You see the case of this Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I pray may Nigeria never sink with this case if they don't take care, because God have keep on giving them signs, giving them all manner of signs. Let me tell you something. All this known, well, may I call it Nigeria not being able to conduct themselves since period of this time. But what you will be seeing is people, men, senseless men, senseless individuals in the corridor of power of Nigeria. If Nigeria did not tread with care, I pray may they survive it. Because this is a country where appeal courts of a government of a country discharged and acquitted somebody, and they strike all the charges against him, and there was a judgment passed and sealed that no court has the right, has the jurisdiction to entertain any case concerning this man. He is hereby discharged and acquitted. And some microfew mafians, as they call them, caliphates, are now taking decision against the ruling of the appellate court of a nation. Of a powerful arms of court of a nation, because they want the bid, they want to play the bid of their slave masters who are giving them international protection against the well-being of their own people. Not that this thing is on interest of the people. It's only on their own interest, while it's working negatively on the people's life. This is why we are talking. This is why we are touching many places. We are not, you see, we don't hate anybody. Like Mazi Nnamdi will say, we don't hate anybody. If you understand what IPOB stand for, we don't hate anybody. The cow problem that the Fulani see as problem in Nigeria, what exactly did IPOB propagate for? Because most of us, we have traveled many countries, we have seen how farmers are agricultural business are being run individually. Agricultural business is not a governmental central business. No. What government will do to the agriculturalists is because of they produce food to the nation. Government give them subsidy through loan. Are you hearing me now? They subsidize their loans. This is the only people. If you go to a functioning nation, this is agriculturalists, the farmers, are the only people who will approach commercial bank. They will approach the bank with their certificates, verify certificate as a farmer. If this bank are giving loan on 10% interest, when the farmer approaches, they will give the farmer 4% loan. In other way, to go into work and produce food for the nation. That is why Brazil remains the most largest food production country in South America. This land you see, their farmers are millionaires or billionaires. Most of food they eat in EAU, or this Arab Emirates, or this is where they export them out from. Most of food that Arabs consume is from they export out of this country. When we are talking about agitation of Biafra, many people who does not understand. Let me tell you something. When you hear IPOB simply means people with a critical thinkers, people with reasonable mindset. This is what we ask them. Let us face reality in order way to secure future. Many families today back home, especially the Yorubas and the Biafrans, many families have lost their daughters, lost their sons on Mediterranean Sea. Why is these daughters and the sons of yours are desperate to live where God created them to be? Because of nothing is working. No single care or love have been showcased from the government where they come from. Their police will beat them. Their army will beat them. There are some videos that I used to save. I will save in this video. I will save it. Sometimes I show it to my colleagues. To the white colleagues, I show them. Like video where a last man officer fighting a military officer of a nation. A local traffic warder under the state, fighting the defensive body of a nation. Okay, what kind of nation is that? It's only in Nigeria you will see police officer and the army officer fighting. It's only in Nigeria you will be driving, you will be walking on the way, you will see an army officer. Army officers, let me say officers parading and walking on the street where civilians are walking. Go and ask people who live in UK. How many times have you seen I'm a military man? How many times will you drive on UK road and you see a military man with uniform? Because they are not meant to come to the city. Their dwelling place is inside their barracks. And the barracks here The barracks, every barracks here in this abroad is outskirts town. They build their barracks outskirts of the town because they are not needed in the city. City is not their, it is not part of their job. The people who have duty to play in a city where people dwell, where civilians dwell, are the police. That's why they call them civil police. That's why they call them civil police officers. And no matter how crisis will burst out inside the town, how they have another body of policing that is trained like military officers. Those are, they call them militaires. But they are under police. They will deploy those ones to go and calm the situation down. You don't dare you see army. Army is for foreign or external offensive action. That is all. Not for internal. I've asked, I said, what system is this zoo? What is the system of the zoo? Nobody, no perfectly human being can tell you, okay, look at the system that this country is running. Nigeria is the only where that is, they don't have no system. Look at Mwike. Immediately he was inaugurated as FCT minister, Abuja FCT minister. He began to open mouth to rant nonsense. Now the question you will ask yourself, from the time of Robado, the Obasanjo's FCT minister, till now, why haven't a nation as a capital, why haven't them by now have a plan that people will no longer build on the wrong places? This question, ask yourself. Because what they are doing is, since the country has no plan, what they do, and they only target only one people. One people have been targeted. By the time I get met you, Robert the Megondibo. The other one, what is the name? The murderer in Kaduna. Emenkia, Erofai. Wike will do the worst. You make sure that everywhere you find Igbo house, you will bring it down. When he was making his speech, I said, so by now, all these years, so Abuja have not arranged, the city have not been arranged to the point that this place is being known for this place is being known for this. This is the place you anchor your hope. You say it will be better. One moron that they are giving little money from the corrupt system they are making. We stand as your pastor to tell you, pray for Nigeria. We see hope. You see hope on empty plan. Is that something that has no plan, no focus, have any hope? The answer is no. You can't get any hope from it. Anything that has no plan has no hope. Nigeria has no plan. And that is why, come September, Nigeria must know, and those behind whatever about Mazi and Kanu, they must caution themselves and come to the round table, and not only we then free him, free Mazi and Kanu and apologize to him. He deserves a national apology. He deserves national apology. He deserves national apology. Let me check this call. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu deserve national apology because someone who asks for a referendum in order way to make a place to work, because Nigeria is not working, and they asked for, he did not plan any coup against government. What he did was to ask according to international standard law. And that is why we IPOB, many intelligent people today, you are saying IPOB, join the queue. We join the line immediately. Because we need a place where our graduates will graduate from school and get a job. Even before even like abroad here, even before their graduation, they're already working. This is the kind of place we want. Where somebody will be schooling, even he'll be managing 2 jobs. He will not be the one to make choice. Which one do I go for? Which one is more, the condition is more fair, more light for me. This is what we do here. We choose work according to the hour, according to the distance, or according to, okay, will I have time so day? Will I have time so time? Because anywhere you are securing job here, the conditions of the job is there. It is left for you now to choose the one that will suit you. Some will say, okay, I prefer this evening to night. Some will say, okay, I prefer this early morning to afternoon. So this, you will now make choice of yours, the one you want. This is what they call nation. The place is not working. And the only option left is for criminals to groom themselves and target one name to another. This is what is going on there. Since the Fulani and also the Kubo, the ex-militant, Niger Delta militant, teach those bank robbers, kidnapping is more easier for them than going to bank for robbery. Since that time till now, many people doesn't read, they don't follow the handwriting on the board in Nigeria. I was discussing with, I said, for how long now have you heard something called bank robbery that is more common that time? At least bank robbery were common 2004, no, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2007, 2006, 2008, 2009. Bank robbery was very, very common. Until Niger Delta militants, this society begin to kidnap the whites, collect ransom from the oil expatriates in Niger Delta. From there, Fulani now learn. This kidnapping you see now going on, who taught this kidnapping? Who introduced kidnapping in Nigeria? Is it not this Asare Dokubo? Many people don't keep record. We keep history. They are the people who started kidnapping. And now they don't kidnap local people. They kidnap all these white people who come for. And that time they were doing it, many of you ignorant people were happy. Oh no, Kwando Ibo or Kwando check how they kidnap. This is why he don't dare you support anything evil. Don't support evil, because if you hate me, Lion Man, and you see somebody unleashing injustice on me, the best thing to secure your own life that hate me is to look at the action of that person doing that thing to me. Don't look me that you hate me. Forget about your hatred on me. Your hatred can come later. But to speak up, you know what? You have to speak up that time. You have to speak up that time. That thing is happening to me. Forget about maybe you hate me, I hate everything about me. If he hate me and give support to that injustice, that moment against me, that is when you bury yourself. That is when you have given muzzle to the soul of injustice and say, carry on, and it will reach your turn. When Asari was kidnapping Americans, kidnapping Europeans, kidnapping them, collecting ransom, they say, Niger Delta, those boys are wise. Those boys are wise. Those boys are wise. You forgot one day, hunter who always go to farm, who always go to bush to hunt, it will hunt and hunt and hunt and hunt. Bush meat will be scarce. Remember you have goat. Remember you have dog in your backyard. That goat may miss his way and run into bush. The hunter will use that goat as a replacement of bush meat. Operable. That is the reason why when the hunter comes out, you ask the hunter, show me the kind of meat you kill from the bush. Don't let it go and roast the meat and tell you this meat is this meat. Let me see. I want to buy grass cutter. No, give me the grass cutter. Let me see it. Because that grass cutter may be somebody's cat that makes his way into the bush. He uses it and replace grass cutter. This is not the era of yes sir, yes sir, yes ma'am, yes ma'am. We ask questions. And many people are beginning to ask questions. And when you ask questions, you learn. And when you learn, your life becomes better. This is life we are today. This is what makes where we are today what it is. This is the cause of the development, because their children ask questions. They taught their children how to ask questions. It is time you ask questions. And like what I'm seeing today, our youth are doing now, asking questions about our Bible we read. I see one young man asking one preacher a very tough question. And I pay attention watching him asking that terrible question. He asked the question, even the preacher himself. Later on, he wanted to turn it into fight. He wanted to turn it into the guy is arrogant. But I like the word the guy used. He said, never you see me as unbeliever, and never you see me as enemy of what you believe or what you are doing. I am the same with you, but we have to now ask ourselves question. The preacher asked him, are you a Christian? He said, yes, I'm a Christian. I'm not just ordinary Christian. I am a committed Christian. But I want to ask you this question now in presence of my friends. He asked him that simple question. And I was shocked. What the question that he asked the man? He said, do you believe that the Bible they give to us, me and you, do you believe that there is a mistake here? Very simple question. In this Bible they give to us, do you believe that there is a mistake here? Do you call it word of God? He said, yes, it is word of God. The preacher told him is what, no, first of all, I said, what is this thing you are holding? What we are holding? He even have his own Bible to tell you that he is a committed Christian indeed. He said, what is this you are holding? The man said, this is Holy Bible. He said, Holy Bible, this is word of Holy Bible and the word of God. The young man told him, he said, sir, this is Bible. Remove holy. This is written by a man who want to guide people and the pastor people. This is not word of God. He said there is word of God there, but don't call it word of God, because all is not word of God. He said, do you believe that is a mistake there? He said, no, the word of God can never. The word of God is very perfect. He said, this is why I say it is not word of God. It is something that somebody put down together. I was paying attention to that argument. He said, it's something that somebody put on together. He said, if you just answer me my question, do you believe that is a mistake in the Bible? He said, there is no mistake. The man said, there is no single mistake in the Bible. Do you know what the young man told him? Where is that? Something that I printed out. Where is this? Something that I printed out. Please excuse me. Let me get something that I printed out, so that I don't want to do mistake on this. I don't even see it. I don't know. I don't know where I keep it. Sorry for that. I don't know where I keep this thing. So he asked him, so as I was saying, he asked him, do you believe that is a mistake in the Bible? He said, because I'm telling you, because Bible there is a mistake there, therefore it is not word of God, because word of God cannot make a mistake. Very intelligent guy. He said, word of God is and the final. The word of God can never make a mistake. The man said he should prove it. The preacher told the young man that, prove it to me, if indeed there is a mistake there. He said, so all these years you have been reading Bible, you have never noticed there is a lot of mistakes, contradictions. He said, no. He said, if I tell you, will all of us check it out? Just to tell you that it is the whites who wrote this and not God. The preacher said, okay, show us. I am trying to find, where did I keep this thing? Where did I keep this? I will try to remember. I will remember it accurately. If there is anything, I will go to Bible. If there is anything, I will go to Bible. He now refer him to Second Chronicle. Is it Second Chronicle? Second Chronicle 22 verse 1, I think. Second Chronicle 22 verse 1. Yeah, Second Chronicle 22 verse 1. He now refer him to there. He said, let us go to Second Chronicle 22 verse 1. And the both of them open it. I'm sure of what I'm. Let me check this Bible first, please. Let me check it. Yeah, I think that is what he mentioned. Because I want to be accurate on what I'm saying. Second Chronicle 22 verse 22 1. Yeah, this is here. Let me see if it is here. Yeah. Some Arab had led a raid and they killed all Jehoram's sons except Ahaziah. That is exactly where this guy read. Ahaziah. He said the youngest. So now the people of Jerusalem made Ahaziah king as his father's successor. And Ahaziah became king at the age of 22. Ahaziah became king at the age of 22. Listen to me. And he ruled in Jerusalem for 1 year. He ruled in Jerusalem for 1 year. And Ahaziah also followed the example of King Ahab family, since his mother Athaliah, the daughter of King Ahab and the granddaughter of King Omri of Israel. Omri, are you lining it up? Now, I think let us go to 2 King 8:26. 2 King 8:26. The same story, the same man, nothing removed, nothing passed. Now come and see where the young man directed this man to. 2 King 8:26. 8:26. Now look at it here. 8:26. Where is 26 here? Yeah, here he is. At the age of 22. At the age of 22, and he ruled Jerusalem for 1 year. He ruled Jerusalem for 1 year. No, this one is second King 8:22. Second King 8:22. No, 8:26. Wait. 2 King 8, verse 26. Okay, at the age of 22, and he ruled in Jerusalem for 1 year. His mother was Athaliah, the daughter of Ahab, and the granddaughter of King Omri of Israel. Now, let us go back to, I want to get something here. (22) verse 1. Now wait. Mm-hmm. 22:1. And the inhabitant of look at it here. I got it here. Second Chronicle 22 verse 1. And he said, and the inhabitant of Jerusalem made Ahaziah his youngest son king in his instead, for the band of men that came with the Arabians to the camp had slain all the eldest. So Ahaziah, the son of Jerusalem, king of Judah, reigned. 40 and 2 years old was Ahaziah when he began to reign. 40 and 2 years old. That is 42 years, as Bible describe it. And the Bible describe it. Then here, let us go to 2 King 8:26. The other one say 42 years. Chronicle say 42 years. Then 2 King, the same person, the same name, the same mother, the same grandfather. 8:26. 22 years old was Ahaziah. 20. That is 22 years. 20. The other one say 42. This one say 22. Kunu have slow, maybe if ever slow, Lobogo the same king, reign. Now, come, let me read everything finish. 22 years old was Ahaz when he began to reign, and he reigned 1 year in Jerusalem. And his mother name was Athaliah, the daughter of Omri, king of Israel. Is it not the same? The same name, the same family, the same man, the same mother. Second King, the Slaw 22. Second Chronicle, Slaw 42. And this is the reason why the same France who is stealing gold, stealing all the solid minerals all the African nations has. They has the largest gold reserve stock, but there is no gold mine site in France. These are the people who tell you, slave, obey your master at all time. Then you will be asking yourself, who is this slave and who is the master? This is the question this generation need to be asking. Lord, who is the slave and who is the master? Don't you know it's because of you? It's because of we, the Africans, they are building all these mass destruction weapons. Do you think? Let me tell you something. Many countries who understand what is called dominion, what is called power of this world, they have secured. That is why North Korea were busy building dangerous arms, stocking it. When you don't have what your fellow man have, he will ride on your back. This is why, let me tell you something. African nations as a whole is in a very deep mess and very deep danger. Let me tell you something. If these people, if this Western world today decide, okay, since these people have open eye, let us destroy them. It doesn't take them, let me tell you, it doesn't take them even 10 minutes. All the whole African, every inhabitant of Africa will go down. I'm not telling you, because this mistake is what the mistake our forefathers and our fathers and our mothers have done. And we must not repeat this mistake. That's what I'm speaking. That's why I'm standing the way I'm standing now. We must not engage in this mistake. When the Lord said, go ye into the world and take dominion, He did not ask you. He can never take dominion empty-handed. There is something that will empower you to take the dominion. Your fellow man has AK-47. Go and acquire AK-49. By the time he pull it out, and that is the easiest way for respect, fundamental regards will be established. Imagine somebody is coming to your house with AK-47. While he fired the shot of AK-47, you have know the kind of gun he fired on air. Imagine if you don't have anything. He will enter your house and invade you, lie you down, do you all manner of things you want to do you. March on your back, march. Even he may even request for your wife. He may even ask you at the gunpoint and point you and say, take your wife inside your room. I want to have sex with your wife. And he will have it. Nothing will happen. Because he has something, he has powerful something in his hand that he have taken dominion over you. But imagine when he was coming, you fire, you hear the gunshot on the air. You look and say, this must be AK-47. Only for you to respond with full loaded magazine of AK-49. The sound he will hear alone, he will drop his own and run away. It is called dominion. Taking guiding the space that God have planted you on earth. If not for Russia now in Niger, if not for Russia in Mali, Guinea Conakry, and Niger, if not for the presence of Russia, don't you think America will send? They will send troops. They will send troops because why they will send troops? They know that yes, this is government to government, but these ones they have only gun. They may not have dangerous explosive that we have. But do you know why? Do you know why all of them have run into their nets and do you know why they are hiding now? They are hiding because the presence of Russia is there. If they said okay, if they come with a grand battle, and this one is firing gun, this one is firing gun, they will lose all their soldiers in the US, in Africa soil. All the French soldiers will die there. Because there's something Africa have they don't have. Because those ones they may be shooting them, the bullet will not enter. But those ones will return the bullet will penetrate them, they will be dying like fowl. If you think that Russia is stupid, Russia, they are not stupid. Go to Guinea Conakry and go to Mali and see what they have turned Russia soldiers into. They are bringing them, they are fortifying them and sending them back. Those ones that will go and finish with Ukraine. They are sending them back. And those frontliner soldiers now, they fortify them in Mali and Guinea Conakry and send them back. That is where this relationship started from. If you don't know, that is where the Russian develop interests. Oh, wow! So we can have this. They keep on because it is God. God knew. Let me tell you something. God knew that all the resources, all the treasure of this world that we will use to survive, God allowed it to be located in Africa, where He began His creation. Africa was where God began creation. So all the blessing of this earth, He poured it where He began His journey. Africa is the home of God. That is when I look at people buying idea of all the angels in heaven, they painted them black, white. All the God image, they painted white. This other they paint white. But when they come to devil, they paint it black. Now, what do you think that I want to ask this generation? What exactly do you think that your enemy will do to ridicule you? It's like when the infiltrators came and lie against the DOS, lie against IPOB, the leadership sold Mazi Nnamdi. No, you want them to come and tell you that leadership did not sold him. Leadership are very good. Leadership are very perfect. They are the most holy of all. Then if they tell you that, how did they want to stop you from getting your freedom? Very simple strategy. When the enemy now start talking good about you, how do you want them to stop you from where you are heading to? The major instrument of enemy is always lie. That is the strong major is lying. That is what they will. That is exactly what the white came with. When they came, they tell you, when they see how powerful you are, how on the things that God put in your land for protection, life protection and other things, they will look at it and they will say, this thing is not found in our place. This kind of leaf, this kind of root, this kind of tree does not grow in our place. So what do we do now? Another way to stop them, another way for us to come with sword and cut off their head, let us tell them that this is evil tree. This is evil leaf. Let us lie against them. Because even when they were lying, they uproot those plants. They went to their place and planted it. It didn't survive. Upon all the chemical they applied to it for them to get it planted in their place, it didn't survive. And this is the tree they're telling them is evil tree. And they stole it and put it in their bag to go and plant. Unfortunately, God told them, no, this one will not grow here. They apply, they do all the science they want to do to allow it to, it didn't grow. It didn't grow. But they lie against, they say, they came and we are praying in our forefathers were praying in their own original language, Igbo language. Praying in the manner of communication with God. Talking to God as they are relating. They don't make noise. They look at it, they go and say, look at this way, look at how these people communicate with God, and God is very close to them, hearing them. What do we do now? Let us condemn the way of their worship. They condemn it. And they're not condemning it with ordinary, not ordinary word though. That time, go and read the history. That time, they came with sword, with this chakakula gun. It's still there. If you don't agree, they use sword and cut your head. If you don't agree, they kill you. So most of our forefathers, under duress, they accepted. Instead of them to die, they said, okay, we accept. This is the way, we will not touch this one again. That is why since then, this thing have been circulating from generation to generation. They have been the one putting leaders in Africa. That is why somebody who is contesting for president in Africa have to reach Britain first. You have to go and tell them what is their plan towards their people. But when they are doing their own election, they don't come to my village and ask me, or I will not tell them what do you have for your people. It is me that is good to tell them what I have for my people. That's for them to know who to put there. You know, they invited Peter Obi now. Peter Obi when they are as a good boy. I address them as boys because they are all boys. They haven't arrived at the point of men. When they arrive at the point, we will know. They invite them boy. Imagine a small boy as that British High Commissioner inviting me, Lion Man, at my age. I invite me to come to his office or to come and discuss with him about my community. If I answer him, if I ever answer that call, he should go and be celebrating that he is a human being. What I will reply to him, if I have access to him very close, is slap. I'll slap him. Because what I'm asking, are you asking me what I have for my own people? As how? Do you belong here? What exactly are you referring? Do you belong here? Are you the one controlling this space, or am I the one controlling this place? This space. Next time, oh, a black man, you respect a black man. But look at how old they are. A small boys in UK is inviting them, asking them question before they will make them president. Peter Obi went there and told them that Nigerians are suffering. He want to change their life. He never knew that that revelation is the most, that is the most hurting part for these people. Oh, you want to go and better that. You know, these people, they are very wise. When your life is better, your head, your brain will be better as well. Don't you know that hunger, frustration damage brain? Hunger and frustration damage brain. Don't you know? The easiest way to destroy human brain, keep that fellow hunger. Don't give him, just lock him inside the room, humiliate that person, deny him food, come back in the next, just for I call it experiment proof. Keep that person inside your room. Don't feed him well. Don't feed him well, or don't feed her well. Keep that person inside your room. Bring a beautiful girl. A beautiful girl God created to be beautiful, not those ones with manicure and a pedicure. Bring a beautiful girl. Put that woman inside the room. Lock the woman. Deny her food. Don't feed her well. Just treat her like an animal. Come back in 2 weeks' time. If you open that room, snap the picture of that person and bring her old beautiful picture and put together. Show the world. Then you will know that hunger is the real instrument of destruction. Hunger. Do you know why average Nigerian man is not reasonable? Is not reasonable. Do you know why they are not reasonable? Government know the tools, and the tools they have applied is hunger tools. If you feed well, go and look a child. Go and look a child that the father or the mother has the privilege of provision. Go see how that child is fed properly. The brain of the child will be strong, active, reasonable. But go and bring a child that the mother could not even feed herself, even to breastfeed the child. Look at the color of that child. Look at, even when he's growing very weak. The leg will not be strong on the ground, on the floor. If you stand up, you move, you fall down. You go down. You go down. But go and look that child that their parent is privileged to feed properly. If he stand up, begin to learn walk, he will move with speed. He will go down. But this one will be falling and falling and falling and falling and falling and falling and falling, because the damage have been begun already. And this is how it's going to brain. Many people don't know. This is how it's going to brain directly. This is why many graduates in Nigeria, their brain are not functioning. What are the statistics they give to you last year? They tell you that 68% of Nigerians are mentally ill. This one not the IPOB. This is not the IPOB. Now they will say it's IPOB. They have come again with their propaganda. It is Nicogo. Last year's statistics of mental health of Nigerians. 68% of a country of over 200 million, 68% has a mental problem. That is why your ministers are open man, they will be talking rubbish. Your governors open man, they will be talking rubbish. Because they may be included in these 68 people, 68%. They are included. So mad people are ruling you. you see in a house where you send somebody to go and represent you, and they are openly telling them that money have been put in our account by a clerk of the house for us to enjoy our weekend. What type of money is that? And no journal. You see why I said the journalism in Nigeria is dead and buried. And no house media, no question was asked, no police reaction, no arrest was made and asked. Please, all of you should submit your account. Submit the details of your account. That is the work of police in any nation. That's why police are independent. If it is this country, the next thing they will go to work, police will go to work, federal police immediately demand all the senators' account detail. All the senators' account detail will be demanded. Give us account detail. First person they will pick is Senate President. They will pick him. They will pick him for questioning. Submit the account. They will submit. All the House people, they will submit account. They will not trace those money that come in there. They will freeze all their account. They will freeze it for that moment. And comedians, your so-called content creators now use it for content creator. They now use it to create content so that they will get money to feed. Because that is the only job they created for themselves. And you have seen where the content creating now is landing everybody. Dignity has gone. Dignity has left families. You will see a wife and a husband. Sometimes I ask, does people have shame anymore? Does this word called shame, does it exist anymore? There are some things I see, I ask myself, does this word called shame exist anymore among us? And social media doesn't forget. Yeah, Nigeria have conditioned everybody to do away with dignity and honor. Give me food, let me eat. You will eat, no problem. But remember, Biafra is coming. When Biafra comes, you will now realize that what you were doing that time is pure rubbish. But you make your money, you make living through it, no problem. This is why I like white. They keep record. And that is what we have adopted. We will keep record as well. Then we'll now be opening fire for your children, because it's for your children. Maybe you want to contest for governor. We say this one that the father does not have any character, doesn't know what is called dignity. So who told you that he himself will have dignity? Opposition will use it against him. Apart, go there one corner. But those children that their father understand what the government is doing, because government want to useless many families in Nigeria. You don't know the program. This is what Britain handed over to them. Reduce them, make them, ridicule them completely. And they are doing the job which Britain handed over to them. You see husband and wife on social media doing nonsense in the name of content creating, because they want to make money. Because that is the only option left for them to make money. No company, no factory, no manufacturing, nothing is working, nothing. And you are still a proud Nigerian. I'm a proud Nigerian. You are still a proud Nigerian. where the plan they have for you is to take human attitude in you away and replace it with animal attitude, so that you will be behaving like animal. You will be equal to animal. We are following them. Every step they made, we follow them. The new strategy for Tinubu's administration is because they have informed him that everything IPOB is doing is guided by the law. They are not doing anything outside the law, and that is our own policy. This is the reason why when the infiltrators came, we know that they were paid, and many people were ignorantly following them. Some IPOB members who were ignorant followed them, because most of people who follow them, these are the people I call, may I call them, which word will I use? I don't want to use a dirty word. I will call them that as, these are the people who said, maybe they see lion man in the struggle. Because of this person is here, let me follow. Without knowing what they will. Without knowing exactly what they decided to follow. Let me just use the light word like that. They don't know that there is always principles and guideline for everything. First thing you will do, you want to join freedom fighting, want to be seen as freedom fighter. You first of all, thank God today, smart device has helped people. You go to Google, Wikipedia, you make a research about the guidelines of freedom. That's the first thing you will do. As you are making the research by yourself, you take pen and paper and be writing it and document those things. Make it a document. Document the principle and the guideline of freedom. There you will be seeing step by step. First step, create awareness. Second step, make your pursuit, your stand to be known. Thirdly, agitate peacefully. What Mazi and Kanu did is in there in the Wikipedia, the research about freedom fighting. What did he do? First of all, create awareness. That is the first step. Secondly, he make his stand to be known. This is where I stand for. What are your reasons? Because questions will come. And you must answer the questions. What are your reasons for agitating? Okay, I am agitating. The evidence is there. The evidence is this. That from so time to so time, we have culture and the people like this, indigenous people like this, and indigenous people like this. And this is a one nation. And in this one nation, these people, they have international airport. They have everything. But they never allow any international airport to be in this region. They never allow any seaport to be in this region. How can I import my goods as a businessman as an Igbo man. And I was told to take my goose to as far as Yoruba land. And from the Yoruba land, I should now transport that goose that's supposed to come through sea into my place of dwelling. Now I will now risk and transport it along the road. And not that the road is standard, the road is not good. Along the line, the container will tumble. I lose my money and I lose my goose. And whenever I lose this thing and I approach bank for finance, for me to continue again and pay them, the condition of banks become more harsh to me. You begin to give the reason. Because there must be a reason for your agitation. You don't just agitate empty without no reason for it. It's only a madman who does that. You don't just agitate empty. Then by the time you line up this particular reasons that was generated by a question that was thrown to you, then you have made your stand to know. Then you mobilize people and you agitate peacefully. Underline that language, peacefully, which IPOB did in all. IPOB did in all peacefully. No gun, no stone, no stick of any kind. What the Nigerian government did, kill them. They violated the law of agitation, or peaceful agitation. Then we are the one who violated the law by killing unarmed men. Not one, not two. It happened in Aba. It happened in Abuja. Then if this is done and no justice was given, there's something they call determination of self-defense. Is only in international, this is an international guideline. Then this self-defense article is only what will give you, empower you to arm yourself. Because the law said it is only a tree that it will give a notice that I am coming to kill you. That tree will be there until you come. If you tell a human being, I am coming to kill you, and that human being remain there and be waiting, that means he's not a normal person. And what they have told the Tinubu administration, we will sustain your administration. That's what France and Britain have promised him. We are going to sustain your administration. We know that's why we allow you to be there. Make sure that everything that you have to fight for, you must fight for our interests, purely interest. Failure to do that, the people will have their way. And that is what he's doing. But we are waiting for them on the September on Supreme Court. We want to see what will happen. We want to see, we have badge by badge. The doings of IPOB is badge by badge. Thank God that we have separated all this chaff. We have removed them in IPOB. Thank God they were all gone. They have all left and gone. Some of them have killed themselves by themselves. Nobody killed them. They run to infiltrator to. They don't ask infiltrator, where are you seeing the money that you are giving us? Because in IPOB we don't give money. Rather, you will bring your own and put. Most of them now they are in grave. That is why when you remember them, those that you have succeeded in killing, he will be dancing on media, dancing, carry his wine, drinking and dancing. He's dancing on top of you. Some people thought it's the only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu he is dancing, he's been happy for. Why does the only thing that gives him joy is those people that he have killed and the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that is inside. Anytime he remember it, because you see when I discovered that guy, he hates anything Biafra, hates anything, even the kind of hatred that little boy have for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I don't think even before Buhari died, Buhari doesn't have that kind of hatred. You know, Buhari, when he was alive, if he hear anything Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, his face changes. He don't want to use his eye to see that man. But I am telling you, the late moment the Buhari hatred is child play, where that little boy in Finland is towards Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I'm telling you. When I noticed this thing, I said, so it doesn't mean that these people following this, some IPOB member who follow this guy ignorantly, doesn't mean that these people are blind. That is the reason why when the people who hired him, who contracted him and he accepted the job, which is Ohaneze Ndigbo, that is when Ohaneze Ndigbo told him that stop. He told them no. I can't stop. I want to see this man go down, go to the grave. He told them openly that he will not stop it. That is when he ran and switched up and faced the Fulani. Those ones begin to bankroll him immediately. That is why all the arms that he's bringing, anytime you don't see conversation, Fulani and use your brain. How can Fulani supply arms? Okay, let's assume that this guy was fighting against the henchmen in our bushes. Do you think that Fulani will supply him arms to chase away their own brother from your bush? Do you see where his supply is coming from? The same Fulani. Okay, Fulani. So Fulani now will now be the one supplying arms for you Biafran to able to come and fight them too. Common sense is not common. Common sense is not common. I hope you see the video of a young man, a Yoruba young man that is trading on media. This you see, I don't know why Tinubu have taken that part. This is very laughable. The only thing that made me not talk about that video is because they acted that film in Ikorodu. But many people thought that is Igbo land. No. It's in Ikorodu. As I dig, then somebody said no, that thing was done in Ikorodu. Ikorodu, Lagos. Ikorodu, Lagos. Ikorodu, Lagos. And it was Tinubu's son who contacted somebody, and the person, that's one guy that they contacted, the person contacted Simon, but they sent them money to go and do that thing. To go and create confusion within the Biafrans and the Yorubas. The other side, they have tried, they have failed. Now, what they want to create now is confusion within the two people. Immediately we saw that video. Even the wound is costume. That is costume. It's not a real wound. It's costume. Where I pity them. Well, first thing I say, how wish that this film was acted in Igbo land. And the Chineke Hoko. While they are acting that film inside one bush, then unfortunately ESN will be passing and hear their voice and now thought that these people are kidnappers. That's what people need to be very careful. That's one thing that comes to my mind. I say, do you see how people kill themselves for nothing? Okay, now let us assume it's in Igbo land. They were inside that bush, acting that film to be able to push it in the public, because everything that was done there is film. I don't know how many of you have seen that video of that Yoruba guy. You know. Okay, now let's say that thing is in Igbo land. They were inside that bush acting that film, mentioning IPOB, mentioning Mazi and Kanu. But unfortunately, maybe ESN is passing through that bush at that moment. This is how God punishes people. Maybe ESN may be passing that time where they are checking on the bushes, checking activities of Fulani. Along the line, they pass, they hear their voice. Those ones laid ambush, try to figure out what is going on there. And as they were asking that guy that thing, maybe those ones will be thinking, yes, this is kidnappers. So you see, they are using the name of IPOB, they are using the name of ESN. Let us engage them. Maybe at the end of the day, because already they know where their camp is, they know where there is no camp. Already they have known that, oh, this place I'm hearing this voice, we don't have any camp here. So who are those people? Unfortunately, they may even see them that time, open fire on them, thinking that this is kidnappers who kidnap a Yoruba man in Biafra land. Maybe as they are changing the bullet will not hit the idiot who they paid, the Yoruba guy. He will die alongside with those infiltrators who come to act film. Yes. This is the first thing that I must say, why poverty have made people not to reason. So as I was discussing this thing, somebody said, no, it's not in that thing. That thing was done. He said somebody have linked because they did not pay that one well. That one now said, look at where this thing was done. In Ikorodu, Lagos, inside bush. They just enter inside bush and did the film. And put it into public they think we are stupid. Next time they should go to Igbo land and do it. Maybe along the line where they will be there, God will not punish them. ESN will be passing that moment and jam them inside that bush. He will not follow that place to bye-bye. Because before they will say, no, sorry, we are just trying to get some things, couple some video. And those ones will ask you, so you are mentioning our name. Who give you the money for the video? You will not mention it. And they will not leave you. that day. That we know that they will be coming differently, with different angle. They will be coming. They have been defeated officially. Now we should be at alert as well. Anywhere they go, we are following them. They have created another angle now. They have created another angle, but IPOB were following them bumper to bumper. They have dropped autopilot. They have created another name. It's a breaking news. They have created another name which I will never mention. But we are there. We are following them. Small time now, that name will be mounted. That name now is waiting for the release of Mazi Nnamdi. This name that they change is the name they want to use. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released, they will use that name of group and come and say it in disguise. So those ones you know their faces, they are the grand patron. They will now go and hide. I will not mention the name, but when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out, I mention the name. So that our person although we are there, we already they are now inviting people secretly. They are now recruiting people secretly in the name of another name. Not even name of freedom fighting, name. And that name, you will love it. If you hear the name, you will love it. You will surely say, if it is, let us go there. Imangle la balo tunde fitreto. They are changing them. When I told you, I said they will not stop. If you catch them this side, they will run to this side. If you catch them this side, they will move to this side. We are there. Leadership have already known them. They already know the name. They think they are smart. They want a member. IPOB will be among their member. That is the new pattern now. Before we will say, no, let us not join them. No, if you don't join them, how are you going to know what? If you know that time, if we say we join them, mistake we made in that World Igbo Congress was no IPOB was interested in joining that group. If we have joined them, we will have been able to know their plan for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That Igbo World Congress. We will have been able to know their plan for Mazi. We will have been able to know that they are the one who provide secretary for him. We are able to know what is their mission. Where you don't belong, we don't know. We won't know anything there now. They need member. We will make up their member. So that before they will vomit, before they want to strike Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming out, before they will strike, and you begodi hali made and you nausely made the union and bear. And you bear. I got pan katana. The man out against pan katala, World Igbo Congress. Pagide. Para Mazi Nnamdi Kanu teach la Kenya. Abraham accomplish their mission. Dara. But this one now, we were there. Hapatazeya. Everybody can say Mazi Oha group potra fully. They haleme. This time around, I am amazing. I say how you are welcome. I am not. This time around will not be business as usual because everything has time, has season. That their chairman now. Anya lemu para. Kopara no ni more here. I go dey bag the meeting. Be go one be go dey bag be say at the meeting. ebe ka ị chọrọ the meeting ya sụba Africa anyị ejebezi anyị rugoro ya anya ngwuru ya nwa onwe ya ngwuru ya nwa ngwuo la boot anwụ ntinye goro ya la boot that onwe ọzọ onye ga-anọ anything about him again. Ala jụzi ha ka ebe chairman na ebe a organization na-anọ ka ebe ọ nọ ka ebe ọ nọ anyị asị unu were the vice chairman mee ya chairman because ị mara ha wụ evu ka ha wụ ha ga na-eme ka ha succeed ala achọcha ma aga ahụ ya anyị nye ha nkọrọ anyị ga nọ n'ime the meeting as a member unu mee onye a unu were deputy mee ya no the chairman since the other one have disappeared etinye ojakwa akpa nkata with the government ka akpacha ka eweta ọkpacha ya sị ya oke ya bịa emekwa evu nke si mee the other one ọ mmadụ ga-agwa ha ọsọ ha chọrọ ile ọsọ onye gbata ya hapụ ibe anya this time around anya ga public we will not advertise them, we will not allow them to read. Oh, ha na-abịa anya na-agbu anya na-egbujisi ha ọkpa anya na-ebe ha ọkpa one by one. Ozugbo ha abịa ha form nwa go already, because this man, if he come out, he will not trust this foundation again, he will not trust this one again, because we have discovered who we are. So let you form this one, because all potential close to this one. So you form anyone that knows the invisible. Many Biafrans are marrying like they can never give up, because they don't want an average person in Africa to breathe well. This is what the colonial master they have cloned their brain. They can never fight for you. They are in US, they are in UK, eating burger. Eating burger. For them, they don't care about you. Even their dream and their prayer is that you must not survive. Because if you walk the utterances of most of them, they will tell you, God have helped you, you are in a place where you are comfortable, you lack nothing. You live your best life. Why are you fighting? Nnamdi shoji o ke bara mo se mo na nde ba nya ke la rob. That is just show you the kind of people they are. That show you the kind of people they are. People who live in a place where every road and every corner is being tied, well constructed, but they will have the mind, they will live here, this heaven where we are. They will leave this heaven, they will go back where that place the white have projected as a hellfire. If they go back, they want to show, only what is in their mentality is to show you that they are more than you. They will bring the currency, they will change it, the volume will be like a trailer volume. They will go outside our street, begin to intimidate our ladies. They will begin to intimidate our ladies. That is all their ultimate desire. They can never think and say, what will we do to make our people live the same life we are living in abroad? It doesn't come, that is not in the agenda. So I have asked this question. With all we have, it doesn't take us anything to build more than what is built. United Arab Emirates, this Dubai you are seeing. When was Dubai? People doesn't. When was Dubai started? This Dubai you see is 30. Is it 32 years of age? How old is Nigeria? If you go there now, if there's somebody tell you that this country was built under 30-something years, but look at your own, over 60-something. You cannot point out that this is the achievement. Nothing. With what we have in Biafra land, our land should have been the most world attractive center, because we are blessed. Our land is not desert. We are what do you call it? What is this tropical land? Our land is tropical land, not desert land. This could have made the most beautiful nation in the world with green leaf. Imagine where we build towards some of our forests. All those are our natural trees. No, they don't need to touch them. Only to go under the trees, under the bush, and clear the inside. Why now we will now use chemical water to be watering that? The leaf will be green up, while the under the bush will be empty. In the afternoon, you carry a mat, carry a car, you drive. Those places we have car entrance. You now drive in and park somewhere. Bring out your mat and lie down under that forest. By now, you and the white people, they will be dragging that place. Because some will go, they will go come there just for a visit of 1 month or even 2 weeks. They will go and sell their properties and come back and say, no, this is where we will live. This is the Garden of Eden that God is talking about. You think they don't know anything? This is why their eyes focus there. They say, no. If you allow these people to arrange themselves, our own children will relocate here. We know all this secret. All this transportation system, we build it confirmly, build everything powerful. You are traveling from Enugu to Calabar, it will not take you more than 20 minutes through underground train. We have normal train, we have underground metro where you don't need to come outside on the surface of the land. From tunnel, 20 minutes from Ebonyi to Calabar, you are there. Less than 20 minutes, safe. You will see somebody be going to work from Ebonyi village to one Calabar village every morning. If it happen, I keep on asking these people this thing. If it happen, if that's the thing, because already they have committed. Some foolish people say they want to go heaven. They want to go heaven. You want to go heaven. Is God that told you that He will open heaven for you to enter? as a human being, as who? And after you die, oh, underline that place. It is after you die. You cannot go that place when you are alive. It is when you die. Only when you die, you will not go to heaven. Heaven. So for your mind, if true we will go there, Britain will reveal it to you. Britain, France will reveal it to you. US will. Don't you see the hatred on them? They will now reveal to you that yes, this is one day. I am a Christian, but what I will not join, I have swear for it. What I will not join is fiction and fallacy. Over my dead body, I will not join it. But only what I have to tell you in this world: does God exist? Yes, perfectly exist. Supreme God of all creations exists. And he gave every tribes and the people the way to communicate with him. This is what I want to open your eyes for. One, our Lord, the God of all creation, is not a Christian, neither a Muslim, neither and the Hindu, neither. It is God of all creation. It is God that sees the fears of the Indians. It is the God that sees the fears of the Chinese. It's the God that sees the fears of Africans. It's the God that sees the fears of the Oceanians. It's the God that sees the fears of Americans. And he gives every people the way to worship him. He gives Indians to worship him and communicate to him through Buddhists. He gives Hindus. He gives the Chinese through Buddhists to communicate with him. He gives the Arabs their own way to communicate with him. He gives us our own way of communicating with him. He gives the Europeans their own way of communicating with him. And that is where he ends. Be kind to humanity. I keep on telling people, be kind. Don't hurt your fellow man. Don't hurt anybody. Anything that will bring you to hurting anybody, separate yourself from that place immediately. This is why we value life in IPOB. Life, human souls are very much precious to us. And that is why when we see what's going on, we keep on shouting on media. Who is committing all this crime, all this barbaric crime? Who is doing this thing? Onye, who is doing this thing? That is when I knew that most of our politicians are devil. These people are demon. You keep on killing your own brother. Keep on terrorizing your own brothers. Taking people's husband, taking their life in order way to blackmail the people who, because you have seen how lovely they are in terms of humanity. You think that you think that it was analog time that people does not reason. You kidnap your own brother, you take money from him, you kill him. For his family, it's like that young man they kill in Anambra that has his village, from children from his village, almost 40 something of them on his this scholarship. And this is what this guy have been doing since he is in Abuja. He's an estate developer. This is the sacrifice they are making for the villagers. Sending them, giving them scholarship from their secondary school level to university. But they come because we are desperately looking for indictment of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And Dubai with his men also the Kubo give to him. Kill this young man for nothing. Took his life to blame it in an IPOB. Let the raccoon and the husband. The same. They kill the man just to put the blame on IPOB. Those who killed the man, have Nigeria state arrested them? Those that killed the man, have Nigeria, what you ask yourself, have Nigeria state arrested them? Is the list not with them? Is the list of those people who perpetrate that kind of evil? They will not arrest them. Because it is the plan of federal government. We are waiting on the September. Then that is when we will prove to the world that yes, these people, they don't want peace. Because if they truly, as the Igbo politicians are insisting in one Nigeria, if they truly want the development of Biafra land, they want peace, they would. Now I want to open your eye on what just ordinary pen and paper.
Hello?
Ordinary pen and paper. Somebody, let me send. Oh, boa tarde. Eu estou na vivo. Eu vou ligar você depois, tá? Por favor. Now, I want to tell you something. Now, remember, just common pen and paper. Somebody, for the love of his own people, pick it up in DSS detention and wrote that letter directing the end of sit at home. Common letter, a handwriting, because that letter, why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is an intelligent man, because you know that most of us know his handwriting. Nobody, no matter how you try, you can never forge somebody's handwriting perfectly. Immediately that letter came, the one that was published by Alloyd, go and ask anybody. Many people that sent, first thing they sent it to me, I said, what is the letter all about? Somebody sent it to me. I look at it, he said, Lion Man, is this thing handwriting of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? I say 100%. I said, this is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu handwriting. He said, how did I know? I said, I know his handwriting. If not for these criminals that call themselves for pilot or what, I know that is the reason why even the media zoo house even went far to confirm it from his wife and confirm it from his siblings of Tufiawa. Just an ordinary letter somebody wrote and sent it through lawyers. End this thing is coming from me. Go and see our land. What does that tell you? Governors have struggled to end it. Ministers, commissioners have struggled to end the sit at home. They could not end it. They have tried all their best to end sit at home. They could not end it. Just a letter a man wrote and sent outside, sit at home, end automatically. Did that person want development, or he wants the good of his people or not? The answer is yes. Despite where he is, what is going through, he is still having you in mind. Okay, let this thing come from me directly. He make a letter and send it out. And that was the end of the trouble. That was the end of the stress that governors have been passing through. Because let me tell you something. Before you must be a successful leader, you must not rule, you must lead. Do you underline my language? I said, before you must be a man that everybody is loved, either in your community, either in a society where you belong, either in a group where you belong, you must not rule, you must lead. If you rule, you will never become a person that people will love. But if you lead, you will become a person that people will love. Since the creation of Nigeria, Nigeria have never gotten a leader. Or everything Nigeria have ever experienced is rulership, rulers. And that's why they are like that. You must lead. And that is why the IPOB foundation is more strong. Because there is no ruler in IPOB. Onyeki rule, you don't dare rule anybody, you can only lead as a leader. Are you ruling me? You want to rule me? Are you paying me for my internet to be here to be propagating for Biafra? No. I am doing it because what we have in IPOB is leaders. And leaders don't rule. Leaders, Portuguese, we call it troca idea. Portuguese, we say a troca idea. In leadership, we change ideas. We discuss idea. Hey, come. What will we do? Leader will ask, we throw the question in a meeting. Either in a official meeting or online meeting. What will we do? What is the next can we do? Look at what we are facing. Look at what is standing here before us. Look at what, like exactly what happened during the time of election. The leadership gather his own department. What shall we do? Look at the idea. The same people, these criminals, ndị achọrọ ka IPOB failure. Ha bịawa na unu mende eme election. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu nke ya agwụla. Ha meghala election. They will forgotten as if freedom fighting is turn fufu for me, madam, let me eat. And those I look at them and say, I even make it. Many people are sending me message. A daddy man, If IPOB lion man, I don't know the stand of leadership. Even before the leadership even make their final decision, I have been saying it on this year. I said, the best thing, I will keep on sounding it as the best thing the leadership will do is to stay off that election. Say nothing, even encourage the people to go and exercise their right. I know how many people who insulted me now. One man called me. He said, Lion man, I know you. You are a criminal, this and that. You have collected money. They have paid you this and that, that. You know, clear conscience, fear no accusation. I allowed him to yabble his nonsense. And the elderly man, he talk. I say, Oga, have you finished? He said, I say, you see, the people campaigning for election have given me money. I say, glory be to God. I say, glory be. I said, do you need some money? Let me give you there. He said, hey, that is why I said, after I talk. I said, I will respect you because you are an elder. If you are not an elder, I could have insulted hell out of you. But I will give you the privilege of being an elder. And at least somebody that's senior, somebody with age. I called him and said, do you want IPOB to stop election? I said, so when have IPOB become the violators of democratic process? I said, do you know what they call international democratic process? I said, the freedom we are fighting for. Is Biafra, when the freedom comes, is Biafra going to engage United Nations? He said, why am I asking? I said, I know why I'm asking you. Is Biafra going to engage United Nations or not? He said, yes. I said, are we going to engage European Union or not? He said, yes. Are we going to engage African Union or not? He said, yes. I said, in as much that we know that they are not practicing democracy according to their own word. Democracy is just a word of, just a scripted word. You know, it doesn't exist in terms of America and the Europeans towards African leaders. Democracy only exists in their place. They don't want democracy to be established in Africa. I say, as France, we will follow their own utterance of democracy. I say, imagine you now disrupting the democratically process of a nation, of sovereign nation. He said, okay, now that P2B has come out and P2B is going, don't you know that everything will keep Biafra? I remember the word I told him. I said, sir, can I tell you something? I said, if P2B won that election and they grant it to him and give it to him, I said, I will drop Biafra agitation. I told him. He said, what did I mean? He said, don't I see what is happening in Nigeria, that P2B will go, he will succeed, because in Nigeria they need change. He said, if Obula in agitation, he can't go. I said, we are not, IPOB, we are not going anywhere, we are here. It doesn't matter how many years it takes, Biafra will come. We will restore Biafra. But I want to tell you that if P2B want, I say, take your pen and paper. I conditioned the man, I say, he said I should be talking, I say, take your pen and paper as I'm talking to you. Only who made here a video call. Yeah, pick the video. I say, take your pen and so I'm about to pick your pen and paper. You are not picking it. I said, you're not serious. I'm not talking to you again. I called the call. I said, before me and you discuss anything again, I want to see your pen and paper with you. Upon one day, I said, "Okay, I'm to you, Mambo was here, like you, or come home paper, Master, lady. Master, can help that day. Master, get to a day. Master, now listen to me. If P2B, I say, listen, P2B is going to win the election 100 and something percent. If there's anything more than 100%, he's going to win 110%. He's not going to. I say, P2B is not contesting the election with anybody, because every other candidate, they are all chaff, morons. these people, they are not even qualified. If it is a workable country, they say by merit. I say other political parties will just cancel the candidacy of their own people and go and look for a sophisticated person that will contest with P2P. I say, Atiku Abubakar is not educated. Tinubu is zero. Opo, he doesn't know anything. I begin to count all of them. I say, tell me one person among them that is up to this man to contest with him. So that's why I am not telling you that they are not going to. I said P2B is going to win. He said, then when he win, what is the benefit of IPOB? I said, after the election, yeah, Biafra restoration will now have a channel. He said, how? Is P2B, when he become president, I think that P2B will grant Biafra. I say, I am not telling you that P2B will become president. I said P2B is going to win the election. Election is different from winning election or becoming a president. I said Nigeria will choose their president. The masses who want change desperately will choose who they want, which is Obi. He will win the election. He will sweep all the whole state, both in the north, both in the west, and both in the south and the east. He said he's going to sweep everything. He said he doesn't understand me. So now, and I believe that, he said if he win the election, they were going to give to him. I said no. He will win the election, they will not give it to him. I said this is where my word is going to. He said how? After that NSAT, he said politicians are very careful. Now I said no. Politicians are not careful. They have backup. The backup is Britain and France. So he will win according to the desire of the masses. But Nigeria will choose their president. Who will choose this is Britain and France. They will team up and say, put this person there. Nothing is going to happen. And nothing. He say if they do it, Nigeria will catch fire. The same man, I have called him how many weeks ago? I said, sir, Nigeria is not catching fire since we... Do you know what he said? He said, now, whatever IPOB is doing for freedom of Biafra, like Yama pushes the Ikele, Emma their way now. They are how fake it have Babylon of Pahela watch me. How fake I don't matter. They are all fake case. They don't know anything. Man, that is their way. I told you. He said everything as he told me that. I said that is it. We have the book of Nigeria. We know how it works. Anybody that want to better the life of Nigeria become automatic the enemy of France and the Britain and the US. You don't dare you go there. When they will invite you to come and tell them what you have during the campaign, because all of them, they must invite them there. If you want to become a successful person among that candidate that they will choose as next president or whatever, just tell them that you are going there to make the citizens of that place go through hell. Just tell them that you are going there to make sure that the whole oil and the remaining mineral resources that remain there, that you are going to send it to them. That you are going there for betterment of their children and their country, not that place. But the only thing that you need, they should give you necessary support that you want. Finish. It's just like governors in Igbo land. Before they become governor, they will invite them to Funani, Sokoto, Zamfara. They must go and visit the Funani Kabas. Anytime they visited them and you open your mouth as somebody who is contesting for governorship in Igbo land and you said you want to develop Igbo land, you are a failure. That is how it has been working before IPO come. It is not that IPO come that our Igbo politicians are now running to North again and to go and take approval. Before, that is how they become governor. They will go. They must tell the Fulani what their purpose of coming as a governor. And if you make mistake, say you are coming to develop Igbo land, or you are coming to make the life of the Igbos better, go and vote now. After all, does vote count? They will allow you. People will be exercising. Our market women will be exercising their right, singing for you. Lion man, can you so lion man, hala gwegu. Everybody will be understanding that yes, they have chosen lion man. But lion man, come and enter now. That day they will do election finish. Everybody will be on the sun. Sun will hit them, rain will fall. You will thumbprint and do everything and go. One returning officer, a professor, they will just bring one aboro who know how to kill, who have killed well, who have helped one Fulani man to kill one Igbo man or two Igbo man. The qualification for Igbo man to become a governor in Igbo land then is to show them how many people you have destroyed in your village, or how many lives you have taken in your state. Just tell them, you know, Barrister Okafo, I'm the one that assassinated him. You know, Barrister Nwachuku, I am the one who eliminated him. That is what the Fulani need from you as a qualification for being a political relevant in Igbo land. But today, that chapter is closed. Many people don't know what IPOB have done. That chapter is closed. Now, Fulani have known that now they don't have the right to choose whoever become governor in Igbo land. We have showed them that enough is enough. Choose who is governor in your place. The people of this place will choose who is governor here. Do you think that what happened in Imo State will happen again? What happened in Imo State will not happen again in Igbo land. That era is closed. Any politicians in our land who does not cherish and love our people will not have his way. He will not have his way. Gone are those days. It's over. Ladies and gentlemen, from here, I will close now. I have an important meeting to attend today. It's almost up to time. I will close here as God may permit and grant us life. I will be back here, let's say Friday, because tomorrow I will be busy. Friday evening I will be back here again. God bless you for joining, and God bless you for listening and sharing. Share the broadcast, let it go viral. We will keep on calling our people, enlightening our people, you know, opening their mind to know the importance of freedom. Because freedom, there is nothing much better in life and more comfortable in life than freedom. Most of us here that is in abroad, we are not packing money on the road. You will sweat, you will suffer before you earn $1. You will suffer for it. And as month finish, you pay all your bill, you are empty. But what we want is people to live comfortable, so that this desperation in the life of our people will end. Our people are so desperate because of they don't have future. When you don't have future, you want to be desperate to secure future. That's what we want. We just want everybody to live comfortably in their own land. That's why we are doing what we are doing. That's why we are agitating. So when Biafra come, you live with your family. Look at the life we are living. Most of our married men are in abroad, where their wife is in back home. Very rough life. But we keep on lying to ourselves. We keep on deceiving ourselves. It's only when you wake up one day and tell yourself the truth, that's when God will help you. Some of them will tell you their wife is faithful. The wife you not marry as a virgin. You marry somebody's daughter and drop somebody's daughter in how many miles and kilometers. And you are here. Il est Ferrari. Il est Ferrari la chundocha. La batru kundocha. Unye ngarupa abatikolu kunkiela. La kandaburu. This is nonsense life. We are not living a good life. And we keep on deceiving our. You will see a man who married a woman who was not a virgin before he married her, staying 3 years, 4 years in abroad, looking for money to better the family. And the stupid man will be telling you that his wife is faithful. Ask him, is he faithful for 4 years? This is why they hate us. This is why they hate IPOB. We speak the truth.
Okay,
even
see
though when
they are practicing in court.
Us,
see this Supreme Court. We will deceive after this case of Nnamdi. Supreme Court of Nigeria will be useless. Allow our court to hold. Open. Our date of court to hold. Sit the court. 14th of September. Go and sit the court. Let us show these fools. Let me tell you, we cannot manage this rubbish with you.
It is when you are with your wife.
Is rubbish. We cannot manage this rubbish with you.
Anywhere they are with
Look at our place. Look at, you are still keeping Nnamdi Kanu. All these idiots sitting in Supreme Court, telling us that they fixed date of court on 14th. And they are going to resume court.
I will let you on this particular issue.
Look at our oil well. Look at our oil. Look at the road you are following. You are taking our oil. You are killing us.
This is why
you are destroying our land. You are sending Fulani to destroy our crops, our farmland, to kill us, to rape us, to kidnap us. Look at where you kept us. The owner of oil, the owner of everything. Look at where you kept us. Northern Affairs. Look at Northern. Look at Northern Affairs. Ahmadu Bello said it's 1953. When did this plate number came out? This is Northern Affairs. This is Tafawa Balewa holding his cattle rearing stick. Look at Tafawa Balewa. Look at the cattle rearing stick on his hand. Look at all the cattle at his back. Supreme Court should free us, free Nnamdi Kanu. If not, we'll destroy this Nigeria. Look at Awolowo. Look at Awolowo. Look at Zik. Look at Ziki, the owner of all. Look at where they kept him. Today they are keeping Nnamdi Kanu. Are you mad? Do you think you keep Nnamdi Kanu here? It is impossible. Chineke Mereme. Ziki was in your prison, in your backyard prison, claiming to be president, claiming to be a giant of Africa, claiming to be Zik of Africa. Look at him. All of you talking about Zik. Look at where they kept him. Look at Awolowo. Look at where they brought all of them. 2 of them. The 2 Satanas. Look at the big space. Look at the big space here. When they give to the north. Look at the northerners that have nothing. Even Awolowo was not facing the front. Awolowo was not facing front. Awolowo was facing back. Facing the 2. The 2 is facing themselves. Look at it here. Look at it. Ziki and the Awolowo facing each other. Awolowo is not even following Tafawa Balewa. Tafawa Balewa is going direct to the oil. Tafawa Balewa is holding cattle rearing stick. This is the rubbish. They are keeping Nnamdi Kanu in detention for us to continue with the rubbish in Nigeria. Look at Ziki. When Yaradua was here, look at the position of Jonathan. Very far from the president. When Buhari was here, look at the position of Osibanjo, very far from president. That's why Yaradua died. Jonathan wasn't aware. You must be far from the northerner as a vice. Look at the big space. Look at the big space. See where they brought the two Sultans together. Look at where they brought them. Look at his cattle rearing stick on his hand, the Tafa Belowa on 5 naira. Look at him. Chineke mekwere mebere. See where they want us to belong. Supreme Court, rubbish. That thing you are doing, look at where you want us to join. Do you think we are foolish? We reject this rubbish. Your rubbish in the court cannot stop us. We reject this rubbish. Rearing us with it like a cows. Rearing us like cows. Even on plate number. Even on plate number. Look at Osibanjo when Buhari was here. Very far. Buhari died. Osibanjo wasn't aware. But imagine when Obasanjo was here, which was not the position of the Southerner. He was here only to enslave us and slave his people. But Atiku wasn't here. Atiku refused to take this position as the vice. Atiku was vice, but Atiku was closer to Obasanjo. Atiku claimed the position of the North. Obasanjo was just a president. The same thing is happening to Tinubu. This man, Shetima, can never occupy here. Shetima come closer. Atiku refused to take this position as the vice. Atiku was vice, but Atiku was closer to Obasanjo. Atiku claimed the position of the North. Obasanjo was just a president. The same thing is happening to Tinubu. This man, Shetima, can never occupy here. Shetima come closer to here. Shetima is closer here. Shetima is closer here. Very, very closer. But if you are a Southern vice president, you must respect this space. You must respect this space. But a Northern vice president will never respect this space. They must always be here. They must always be here to see what is happening. I'm the fearless IPOB evangelist. Imagine the rubbish. Look at their rubbish not. Look at their rubbish not. Look at their not. Look at their rubbish. Look at. Are we in the owner of the North? No. Why did you keep Zeke here? With a small head. Zeke that owns the oil. You keep him at the back. And you are following here to go and take the oil. What kind of rubbish is this? And the Supreme Court is still practicing it. Trying to change the date of court of Nnamdi Kanu. Are you foolish? The same people that sent army to come and kill Nnamdi Kanu in his house. So you are now rearing us like cows. You are going to take our oil. You are keeping Nnamdi Kanu in detention. And you are going to the oil well. Following here using cattle rearing stick. And the Supreme Court is playing with us. Look at where you kept us. Do you think we are happy? Do you think we are happy? Look at the position of Zeke. Look at the position of Zeke. And somebody is trying to dribble us. And you think we are joking. We will destroy this rubbish. Nonsense. Facebook will remove everybody. Facebook will remove everybody. I may challenge hear you, all of you will know. After dealing with this very Nigeria, then you know. So Facebook, you're afraid of this plate number. Okay, I've done it more than 4 times. I will destroy Nigeria with this plate number. I have come back again. Oh, yeah, Facebook remove people. I command you to remove people. Facebook will remove people now. Yes, they have retorted. Yes. Look at it. Go and check all the Southerners that have occupied this place. Obasanjo occupied here. How was he? What did he give to his people? They forced him. He gave the Northerners 3 geopolitical zones. What did he give to the Yoruba? Only 1. He gave Northerners 2. He brought Abakaliki, part of Ebonyi State, into North Central. He brought some part of Nsukka into North Central. He brought Igala, North Central. He brought Idoma, North Central. Obasanjo, to create 3 geopolitical zones for the North. He gave 1 to the Yoruba. He came to our house. He divided us. He gave us South. That was what he gave to his people. He was occupying here. A very useless man, Obasanjo. Look at. Go and ask the Yoruba, what did you get from Obasanjo? The same thing that shouted, let Peter be president. You must be a fool 3 geopolitical zones have already been created. You must be a fool. How many senators do you have in the House? How many House of Rep members do you have? Do you know how many House of Rep members they have? So if you want to do something by vote, if you people bring out something, to do it by vote, and if they do it by vote, then you say you win. And I'm now live broadcast later. Oh,
okay.
Do you understand? Now let us go to the house and do it. If they do it by voting, what will you achieve? What will you achieve? Look at the Nigeria you are talking. Look at the rubbish. We have the oil. They are going to our house. They are killing us. They are killing us in detention. They are illegal detention. They are keeping Nnamdi in illegal detention. They are taking our oil. And the Northerner is leading. And the Northerner is keeping us in detention. And Northerner is killing us. And Northerner is sending terrorists in our bushes. And the Northerner is still going to attack our oil. And the Supreme Court is still is this. And the Supreme Court is still practicing it. Trying to change the date of court of Nnamdi Kanu. Are you foolish? The same people that sent army to come and kill Nnamdi Kanu in his house. So you are now rearing us like cows. You are going to take our oil. You are keeping Nnamdi Kanu in detention. And you are going to the oil well. Following here, using cattle rearing stick. And the Supreme Court is playing with us. Look at where you kept us. Do you think we are happy? Do you think we are happy? Look at the position of Zeke. Look at the position of Zeke. And somebody is trying to dribble us. And you think we are joking. We will destroy this rubbish. Nonsense. Facebook will remove everybody. Facebook will remove everybody. I know I will hear you. All of you will know. After dealing with this very Nigeria, then you know. So Facebook, you're afraid of this plate number. Okay, I have this. I've done it more than 4 times. I will destroy Nigeria with this plate number. I have come back again. I have Facebook remove people. I command you to remove people. Facebook will remove people now. Yes, they have redacted. Yes. Look at it. Go and check all the Southerners that have occupied this place. Obasanjo occupied here. How was he? What did he give to his people? They forced him. He gave the Northerners 3 geopolitical zones. What did he give to the Yoruba? Only 1. He gave Northerners 2. He brought Abakaliki, part of Ebonyi State, into North Central. He brought some part of Nsukka into North Central. He brought Igala, North Central. He brought Idoma, North Central. Obasanjo, to create 3 geopolitical zones for the North. He gave 1 to the Yoruba. He came to our house. He divided us. He gave us South. That was what he gave to his people. He was occupying here. A very useless man, Obasanjo. Look at. Go and ask the Yoruba, what did you get from Obasanjo? The same thing that shouted, nah, let me to be president. You must be a fool. 3 geopolitical zones have already been created. You must be a fool. How many senators do you have in the House? How many House of Rep members do you have? Do you know how many House of Rep members they have? So if you want to do something by vote, if you people bring out something, to do it by vote, and if they do it by vote, then you say you win. And I'm now live broadcast later. Oh,
Okay.
Do you understand? Now let us go to the house and do it. If they do it by voting, what will you achieve? What will you achieve? Look at the Nigeria you are talking. Look at the rubbish. We have the oil. They are going to our house. They are killing us. They are killing us in detention. They are illegal detention. They are keeping Nnamdi in illegal detention. They are taking our oil. And the Northerner is leading. And the Northerner is keeping us in detention. And Northerner is killing us. And Northerner is sending terrorists in our bushes. And the Northerner is still going to attack our oil. And the Supreme Court is still trying to support the Northerner by delaying our justice as if we are here for joke. The Supreme Court should not joke with us. If you know the Supreme Court judges, Go and tell them that this very rubbish they have set up here, which Ahmadu Bello said, 1953, which they set up here, he should not practice this on us. You may keep Zik here. You can't keep Nnamdi Kanu here. Zik may be in your prison, even as he brought independence. Look at where you kept Zik. At the back with a small head. Zik is even taller than all of these idiots. Zik is taller than Awolowo. Zik is taller than Tafa Balewa. Why is Zik having small head? Is Zik a dwarf? Is Zik a small man by stature? I want to ask, why is Zik head small like this? Is it the Igbo cap? They'll tell you, it's red cap chief. Why is Awolowo so sprung up like this? And Zik becomes small. Okay, see another thing they are practicing in court. Look at, see this Supreme Court. You see, after this case of Nnamdi Kanu, Supreme Court of Nigeria will be useless. Allow our court to hold, our date of court to hold. Sit the court, 14th of September. Go and sit the court. Let us show these fools. Let me tell you, we cannot manage this rubbish with you. Keeping Nnamdi Kanu is rubbish. We cannot manage this rubbish with you. Look at our place. Look at, you are still keeping Nnamdi Kanu. All these idiots sitting in Supreme Court, telling us that they fixed date of court on 14th. And they are going to resume court on 25th. Are you foolish? Look at our oil well. Look at our oil. Look at the road you are following. You are taking our oil. You are killing us. You are destroying our land. You are sending Fulani to destroy our crops, our farmland, to kill us, to rape us, to kidnap us. Look at where you kept us. The owner of oil, the owner of everything. Look at where you kept us. Northern Affairs. Look at Northern. Look at Northern Affairs. Ahmadu Bello said it's 1953. When did this plate number came out? This is Northern Affairs. This is Tafawa Balewa holding his cattle rearing stick. Look at Tafawa Balewa. Look at the cattle rearing stick on his hand. Look at all the cattle at his back. Supreme Court should free us, free Nnamdi Kanu. If not, we'll destroy this Nigeria. Look at Awolowo. Look at Awolowo. Look at Zik. Look at Zik, the owner of all. Look at where they kept him. Today they are keeping Nnamdi Kanu. Are you mad? Do you think you keep Nnamdi Kanu here? It is impossible. Zik was in your prison, in your backyard prison, claiming to be president, claiming to be a giant of Africa, claiming to be Zik of Africa. Look at him. All of you talking about Zik. Look at where they kept him. Look at Awolowo. Look at where they brought all of them, two of them, the two Satanas. Look at the big space. Look at the big space here. When they give to the north, look at the northerners that have nothing. Even Awolowo was not facing the front. Awolowo was not facing front. Awolowo was facing back, facing the two. The two is facing themselves. Look at it here. Look at it. Zik and the Awolowo facing each other. Awolowo is not even following Tafawa Balewa. Tafawa Balewa is going direct to the oil. Tafawa Balewa is holding cattle rearing stick. This is the rubbish. They are keeping Nnamdi Kanu in detention for us to continue with the rubbish in Nigeria. Look at Zik. When Yaradua was here, look at the position of Jonathan. Very far from the president. When Buhari was here, look at the position of Osibanjo. Very far from president. That's why Yaradua died. Jonathan wasn't aware. You must be far from the northerner as a vice. Look at the big space. Look at the big space. See where they brought the two southerners together. Look at where they brought them. Look at his cattle rearing stick on his hand, the Tafawa Balewa on 5 naira. Look at him. See where they want us to belong. Supreme Court, rubbish. That's what you are doing. Look at where you want us to join. Do you think we are foolish? We reject this rubbish. Your rubbish in the court cannot stop us. We reject this rubbish. Rearing us with like a cows. Rearing us like cows. Even on plate number. Even on plate number. Look at Osibanjo when Buhari was here. Very far. Buhari died. Osibanjo wasn't aware. But imagine when Obasanjo was here, which was not the position of the Southerner. He was here only to enslave us and enslave his people. But Atiku wasn't here. Atiku refused to take this position as the vice. Atiku was vice, but Atiku was closer to Obasanjo. Atiku claimed the position of the North. Obasanjo was just a president. The same thing is happening to Tinubu. This man, Shetima, can never occupy here. Shetima come closer. Atiku refused to take this position as the vice. Atiku was vice, but Atiku was closer to Obasanjo. Atiku claimed the position of the North. Obasanjo was just a president. The same thing is happening to Tinubu. This man, Shetima, can never occupy here. Shetima come closer to here. Shetima is closer here. Shetima is closer here. Very, very closer. But if you are a Southern vice president, you must respect this space. You must respect this space. But a Northern vice president will never respect this space. They must always be here. They must always be here to see what is happening. I'm the fearless IPOB evangelist. Imagine the rubbish. Look at their rubbish not. Look at their rubbish not. Look at their not. Look at their rubbish. Look at. Are we in the owner of the North? No. Why did you keep Zeke here? With a small head. Zeke that owns the oil. You keep him at the back. And you are following him here to go and take the oil. What kind of rubbish is this? And the Supreme Court is still practicing it. Trying to change the date of court of Nnamdi Kanu. Are you foolish? The same people that sent army to come and kill Nnamdi Kanu in his house. So you are now rearing us like cows. You are going to take our oil. You are keeping Nnamdi Kanu in detention. And you are going to the oil well. Following here using cattle rearing stick. And the Supreme Court is playing with us. Look at where you kept us. Do you think we are happy? Do you think we are happy? Look at the position of Zeke. Look at the position of Zeke. And somebody is trying to dribble us. And you think we are joking. We will destroy this rubbish. Nonsense. Facebook remove everybody. Facebook remove everybody. I know how to hear you. All of you will know. After dealing with this very Nigeria, then you know. So Facebook, you're afraid of this plate number. Okay, I've done it more than 4 times. I will destroy Nigeria with this plate number. I have come back again. Oh, yeah, Facebook remove people. I command you to remove people. Facebook remove people now. Yes, they have retorted. Yes. Look at it. Go and check all the Southerners that have occupied this place. Obasanjo occupied here. How was he? What did he give to his people? They forced him. He gave the Northerners 3 geopolitical zones. What did he give to the Yoruba? Only 1. He gave Northerners 2. He brought Abakaliki, part of Ebonyi State, into North Central. He brought some part of Nsukka into North Central. He brought Igala, North Central. He brought Idoma, North Central. Obasanjo, to create 3 geopolitical zones for the North. He gave 1 to the Yoruba. He came to our house. He divided us. He gave us South. That was what he gave to his people. He was occupying here. A very useless man, Obasanjo. Look at. Go and ask the Yoruba, what did you get from Obasanjo? The same thing that shouted, let Peter be president. You must be a fool. 3 geopolitical zones have already been created. You must be a fool. How many senators do you have in the House? How many House of Rep members do you have? Do you know how many House of Rep members they have? So if you want to do something by vote, if Peter bring out something, to do it by vote, and if they do it by vote, then you say you win. And I'm now live broadcast later. Oh,
okay.
Do you understand? Now let us go to the house and do it. If they do it by voting, what will you achieve? What will you achieve? Look at the Nigeria you are talking. Look at the rubbish. We have the oil. They are going to our house. They are killing us. They are killing us in detention. They are illegal detention. They are keeping Nnamdi Kanu in illegal detention. They are taking our oil. And the Northerner is leading. And the Northerner is keeping us in detention. And Northerner is killing us. And Northerner is sending terrorists in our bushes. And the Northerner is still going to take our oil. And the Supreme Court is still this. And the Supreme Court is still practicing it. Trying to change the date of court of Nnamdi Kanu. Are you foolish? The same people that sent army to come and kill Nnamdi Kanu in his house. So you are now rearing us like cows. You are going to take our oil. You are keeping Nnamdi Kanu in detention. And you are going to the oil well. Following here, using cattle rearing stick. And the Supreme Court is playing with us. Look at where you kept us. Do you think we are happy? Do you think we are happy? Look at the position of Zeke. Look at the position of Zeke. And somebody is trying to dribble us. And you think we are joking. We will destroy this rubbish. Nonsense. Facebook will remove everybody. Facebook will remove everybody. I know I will hear you, all of you will know. After dealing with this very Nigeria, then you know. So Facebook, you're afraid of this plate number. Okay, I've done it more than 4 times. I will destroy Nigeria with this plate number. I have come back again. I have Facebook remove people. I command you to remove people. Facebook will remove people now. Yes, they have retorted. Yes. Look at it. Go and check all the Southerners that have occupied this place. Obasanjo occupied here. How was he? What did he give to his people? They forced him. He gave the Northerners 3 geopolitical zones. What did he give to the Yoruba? Only 1. He gave Northerners 2. He brought Abakaliki, part of Ebonyi State, into North Central. He brought some part of Nsukka into North Central. He brought Igala, North Central. He brought Idoma, North Central. Obasanjo, to create 3 geopolitical zones for the North. He gave 1 to the Yoruba. He came to our house. He divided us. He gave us South. That was what he gave to his people. He was occupying here. A very useless man, Obasanjo. Look at. Go and ask the Yoruba, what did you get from Obasanjo? The same thing that shouted, "Nah, let Peter be president." You must be a fool. 3 geopolitical zones have already been created. You must be a fool. How many senators do you have in the House? How many House of Rep members do you have? Do you know how many House of Rep members they have? So if you want to do something by vote, if Peter bring out something, to do it by vote, and if they do it by vote, then you say you win. And I'm now live broadcast later. Oh, okay. Do you understand? Now let us go to the house and do it. If they do it by